Hi, my name is Don Smith. I'm a sales consultant at Rockland, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge in Nanuet, New York. I'd like to take a little bit of time to take you through the Jeep product lineup and the drivetrains that are available on each of the Jeep products. But before I do that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the various drivetrain systems that are available. Typically, vehicles were powered rear-wheel drive. The engine produced the horsepower. That horsepower was converted into torque or turning motion, sent through a transmission which could multiply that torque, and sent down the drivetrain to the rear axle, where a differential turned that sideways turning motion into forward turning motion and propelled the rear wheels and the vehicle down the road. From there, technology advanced, and Chrysler back in the 80s came out with the Omni and the Horizon, which were front-wheel drive, followed by the K-Car, which a lot of people will remember, if they're my age. That vehicle had all of the weight up front, and the drivetrain was contained in a transaxle right over the front axle, and the front wheels propelled the vehicle down the road. A little bit better in inclement weather because all the weight was over that front axle, and the front of the vehicle was pulling the vehicle down the road as opposed to the rear wheels pushing it. So you didn't get that fishtail effect where the back end would slide out on you. Following that, all-wheel drive came about. This is where all four wheels were provided power to drive the vehicle down the road, and that provided even better handling in inclement weather. And then true four-wheel drive introduced a transfer case into the mix, somewhere centrally located underneath the vehicle, which would transfer the power, whether it was coming off the rear axle or the front axle, to the other axle. So all four wheels were driving the vehicle, but the addition of this transfer case allows the driver to multiply the torque or turning motion to give you even more power to take the vehicle through really severe weather conditions, to help you if you're going to be towing to get up and running, and also for true off-road experiences. And with that, I'd like to take you through our Jeep product lineup. I would like to begin our Jeep product walkthrough with the Jeep Compass. This is a front-wheel drive vehicle that has sensors that can determine if the front wheels are slipping. If there is slippage detected, this vehicle electronically couples up and sends power to all four wheels on the vehicle. When road conditions improve, it reverts back to front-wheel drive for fuel efficiency. The driver also has the capability of manually putting this vehicle into four-wheel drive, producing a 50-50 split of power between the front and rear axle for maximum traction in inclement weather. And then, at the driver's discretion, they can remove that four-wheel drive and go back to front-wheel drive for fuel efficiency. This is available on both the Jeep Compass and the Patriot models. The next Jeep product I'd like to review with you is the Jeep Renegade. This is the newest addition to the Jeep product lineup. It's a front-wheel drive vehicle, and in order to provide power to the rear, they use a power transfer unit. It's the first small sport utility to utilize a power transfer unit and rear axle disconnect, resulting in less energy loss and much better fuel economy. This vehicle seamlessly switches between front-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, requiring no input from the driver, and when combined with select terrain, produces excellent four-wheel drive capability and performance. The next vehicle in the Jeep product lineup is the Jeep Cherokee. This is a mid-size sport utility. Its fully automatic single power transfer unit seamlessly operates in and out of four-wheel drive. This is called Active Drive 1 on this vehicle. At any speed, it can sense slippage in the front wheels, and again, with a power transfer unit, send power to the rear wheels. That, combined with brake traction control, which will brake a vehicle brake a wheel if it starts to slip or spin, and send the power across the axle to the other wheel, provides outstanding on-road performance. Active Drive 2 is also available on this vehicle. This introduces a two-speed power transfer unit. Four-wheel drive low mode locks the front and rear axles to deliver added power at low speeds. And when added with the locking differential, it can be trail rated. When combined with select terrain, it's one of the most capable four-wheel drive vehicles in its class. The next product in the Jeep lineup is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the granddaddy of the sport utilities. This vehicle has a Quadra-Track 1 four-wheel drive system. It's fully automatic. It has continuous torque balance between the front and rear axle. If slippage is detected, it determines which axle has better traction and sends the majority of the power to that axle. Stepping up to the next level, QuadraTrack 2 introduces a 2-speed low transfer case. So in severe weather or when towing or to deliver true off-road capability, you would want QuadraTrack 2 for that low-range four-wheel drive system. And finally, there's QuadraDrive 2, and that employs an electronic limited slip differential. This is the best four-wheel drive system on the road today, capable of delivering 100% of the torque or driving power to the individual wheel on the vehicle that has the most traction and ability to propel the vehicle down the road or get out of a sticky off-road situation. The final Jeep that I'd like to review with you today needs no introduction. It's the Jeep Wrangler. This vehicle has reached almost cult status. People going down the highway give each other the Jeep sign when they're behind the wheel of a Wrangler. It's a very capable vehicle with very little competition. There's almost nothing like it out on the road today. The CommandTrack four-wheel drive system allows the driver to manually engage four-wheel drive at speeds up to 55 miles an hour because the system is fully synchronized. And to take it to another step or even more off-road capability, you can opt for the Rubicon model, which introduces RockTrack, which is a 4-to-1 low gear ratio, TrueLock electronic locking differentials, which lock both the front and rear axle together so that all four wheels are turning at the same speed. And it also has a brake lock differential, providing the ultimate in off-roading capability. As you can see, we've covered a lot of information in a very short amount of time regarding the Jeep product lineup and its ability to put the power to the ground in four-wheel drive. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact us here at Rockland Chrysler Jeep Dodge and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. In the meantime, if you do already own a Jeep, enjoy the ride.